So what does marketing and the brain have in common? How about what do beards and the brain have in common? But before you answer these questions, let me add a little light on the subject. So after doing a quick Google search, according to Roger Dooley on neuromarketing.com, neuromarketing is a new field of marketing which uses medical technologies such as functional magnetic resonance imaging, also known as fMRI, to study the brain's responses to marketing stimuli. Researchers use fMRI to measure changes in activities in parts of the brain and learn why customers make the decisions they do and what part of the brain is telling them to do it. Marketing analysis will then use neuromarketing to better measure a customer's preference. Neuromarketing will then tell the marketer what the consumer reacts to, whether it's the color of the packaging, the sound of the box makes when shaken, or the idea that something that their co-customers do not want. The list goes on. However, this is a term that needed to be defined and recognized first. So, one might ask, how exactly do beards come in this equation? Well, this is why we're here watching this video. Introducing the Cosmic Stash blog. The Cosmic Stash blog is a blog site that I started up recently that will host a lot of written and visual content all about informative, inspirational information about the beauty of growing facial hair, the new health benefits behind it, and most importantly, the current trends. The platforms in which it will be hosted upon will be Instagram, Tumblr, YouTube, and of course my portfolio website. So one might ask, how exactly will this be presented and done? Well, the Cosmic Stash will be presented on not only on all these platform sites that will both provide written and visual content, but these mediums will convey quick, easy, and unique, informative based new health men's research, new popular trends, men's fashion, grooming and trimming, tips and tricks, how-to DIYs, facial hair stylings, and most importantly, personal stories. So what exactly is the science behind all this? Well, this is where neuromarketing comes into play. Our brain is divided and separate by three different functions in different parts: primal, feeling, and thinking. Our primal function of the brain focuses on strategies such as fear, threat, sex, attractiveness, anything unique, danger, food, anything at all that has to do with any automatic natural survival behaviors. That's where this part of the brain will tap in. Feeling focuses on obviously emotion, so it will focus on anything from the use of stories, drama, triggers, memories, colors, stamps, senses, whether it will be social experience, impulses, punishments, rewards, etc. This will focus solely on our feelings, emotion based upon what we perceive. And lastly, the thinking part of our brain focuses on facts, history, statistics, data, puzzles, or anything that needs to be analyzed, planned out. So, what exact parts of the brain will I be picking at with this advertisement? The feeling and primal function of the brain. Feeling function plays a huge factor in this advertisement, only because of the use of the shared content of personal stories, relatable, dramatic, unique, colorful visual content. I want my audience to feel more confident, comfortable, and feel more relatable when they view this. So whether if it's a person who is a first time beer grower or a long time beer grower, I want my audience, after when reading my content, viewing my content, to feel a sense of more confidence, of more masculine, or just overall just more manly. So that's the key factor in which I want everyone to take away from this segment, to take away from this bit. So feeling will be playing a huge factor into this advertisement, most importantly. Primal function does play a little bit key into this advertisement as well because of sex of attractionality. My target audience is mostly between men of ages 18 and 25. And upon them discovering my content, I want people to take away the idea of feeling more manlier and also looking more sexier. So whether if it's an audience, whether they want or brush upon their fashion skills, so that way they can be able to get more girls or to attract, or more people, or just to be liked overall. So it all really boils down to attractionality and what people want to view themselves as to the person. So I say primal does play a key function into this advertisement because most men that look upon bearded content or bearded fashion, they want to not only have a sense of looking sexier, they will do what it takes to actually get what they need to get as far as with, their love, relationships, etc. The list goes on. So it has a sense of establishing relationships, which is why primal function will also play a key factor in this advertisement. So, in summary to the brain based function, feeling does play a huge significant factor in this advertisement, mainly because of the fact that I want people to feel more confident, look more confident, and most definitely inspire and establish relationships as well. So, feeling I would say would be the number one ratio as far as with this advertisement, while primal function being somewhat partly in this advertisement. So after combing through all the brain-based functions, now it's really time to get into what's actually going to pull and influence my audience. This right here is very important because it's one thing to create an ad and also tap into a specific function psychologically, but most importantly, you also have to learn how to wheel the audience in and also keep them. This past week, I had the opportunity to learn about the 6 examples of influence: reciprocity, scarcity, authority, consistency, liking, and consensus. These 6 examples of influence all have and specifically drive specific individuals based upon needs, wants, and most importantly, what they're actually going to be portraying. So for the Cosmic Stash blog, the 2 main levels of influence I chose for this will be liking and consistency. My biggest influence behind my work is the appeal to likeliness and consistency. Likeliness will be the center of influence, as well as consistency will follow right behind it. Likeliness or having the common interest will definitely spark up and be able to maintain this topic. Men who have a common ground with others will most likely be able the ones to relate or also latch onto. So for an example, men who always dreamt upon or thought about growing a beard were more likely to read this post rather than someone who's not looking to grow a beard. Or let's say for an example, someone who already grows a beard wants to look more or find people within their own niche or their own likeliness of them having the same beard or same beard style. So that's a likeliness right there. So the going back into the levels of influence, likeliness plays a huge factor because I want my audience to be able to not just read my content and just think nothing of it, but also to have a hunger and craving to look like or follow this as well. So likeliness plays a huge key. Consistency also is a huge factor as well. Consistency is key, as we always been told. With any immediate piece, it's always advantageous and also very important to be able to piece, manage, and share your content and be able to engage in more with the traffic and level audience you have. So the more unique, interesting information that is being conveyed, the more people that would want to listen and follow up more and tune in. So the more likely I'm able to post more consistently 2 times a week and be able to convey more of an interest as far as with the content I'm being researched, the more likely people will actually follow up and be able to chase and look upon what I'm actually posting. So that just goes to show you likeliness and consistency go hand in hand. You need the liking in order to maintain and grab the group of people who want to be in that particular niche interest. But also too, once you maintain and grab that niche interest, you also have to consistently keep up the content to where you're constantly maintaining and keeping that audience. You can't just have one or the other. So without both of these, nothing will work out. Lastly, my call to action. What exactly do I want my audience to take action on? Well, what I want is everyone to check out, like, and subscribe to my channels, the Cosmic Stash blog. Hand in hand with both of the Bearded Badness podcast and both the Cosmic Stash blog, both will be delivering, conveying unique, informative information that have you successfully grow your badass beard. Will you join the movement and become bearded bad?